Hey everybody, it's Ken, and hadn't posted a video since I actually got out of the hospital. But what we're going to do right now, I've got this Shoal runner. I went to Florida back in November and bought this boat. It's a 1994 Shoal runner, 20 foot. It's like 7 foot across the beam. It's got a 350 GM motor in it, which I'm a big GM fan, so I'm all about that. This boat did sink, so I actually got a good deal on it. Hadn't been started. I don't know if it's been started or not. I really got a lot of vague answers from the owner on this, but he did say that the motor was pickled, which to me would mean the motor's completely full of oil. Well, it's full to the full mark, so that tells me they probably just changed the oil a couple times, maybe turned it over. I don't know if they started. There was a couple of coils laying on the motor, so maybe they tried. I'm sure he took it to a boat shop to do all this. Guy did have a little bit of money, so I went to Fort Myers, Florida. It was really beautiful. The guy had an Airbnb and just right there on the river. It was really nice. But what happened was, I guess he didn't take the plug out or something got clogged and it filled up with water. He had it on a lift and it broke the lift down and the boat sunk. So it was recovered. I think it just went like a foot or so underwater. And yeah, I just texted him a while ago and asked him for the pictures where it was underwater. So he sent me 6 pictures and he said, I hope the motor's okay. He said it's sat for a long time. So I'm not too concerned. I'm like, I know it's gonna work. So yeah, it's gonna work. Shoal runner, there it is, baby. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get started on it and hopefully I'll get you guys involved in most of it. I'm gonna try to get my other camera out here too, so before I do that, so I got a little bit to do with that so I can use it. And I actually have another camera also, so it should be, the video should be much better once I get that lined out than using the phone, although iPhone 12 is, you know, not bad. We're starting here with the hatch, and I just wanted to get you guys involved in this. I've got the seats out, but I did buy some new seats for it. Should make it really nice. I'll probably try to get a stereo in it. I checked out the lights, most of them worked. The depth finder and stuff are pretty much shot. Some of the gauges worked, the lights all worked, so that was nice. There's definitely some new stuff the guy did to this boat when I got it. When he had it, this top is usually wooden and it's very heavy. And he had an aluminum top built for it. And there's a hatch back here in the back. And he had that put in. So if you get like rocks and stuff up in the jet propeller, you can just open that up and take some screws off this cap and, you know, get the rocks out. So he said it wasn't too big of a deal, so we'll find out. But I know he did run over a rock gravel bar and he had to have that repaired, and I'm sure that was a pretty big expense. We're gonna raise this hatch so you guys can take a look here. It shouldn't be too hard, not very easy. I had this thing outside in the winter. I live just south of St. Louis. It got pretty cold back in the winter, and I actually put a lamp in here with a bulb, but I did drain the block. So fingers crossed, and put this blanket over it. You know, you gotta be nice to it and take care of it. I did pull the carburetor off of it, and it's actually over there in a box. Maybe I'll show it to you later. And I pulled out the live wells. I know it's got a new bilge pump, and it's got a new pump here that runs the outdrive on the jet. Okay, I'm here with these 2 carburetors that I the one here, the Edelbrock, that carburetor came off the boat. Okay, and as we all know now, the boat sank, so you can see how dirty this thing is. I mean, it's got some really bad stuff on it. It's, you know, it's stuff from the river that it sank in. So, but the inside is pretty clean, so I think somebody probably tried to start the boat so they clean the inside of the carburetor. I actually bought this carburetor several years ago, and I just bought it because I saw it on Craigslist and it was a good deal. I think I paid 50 bucks for it. So it's a Carter, and this one is an Edelbrock, And I don't know if you guys noticed, but they're basically the exact same carburetor. I had to take this choke assembly off of this one to put it, you know, switch them over, and there's a couple things I'd switch, but luckily these carburetors were the same, exact same carburetor. So but what I plan on rebuilding this one and then putting it back on the boat sometime, because I did buy this one for a car that I have. So I just wanted to show you guys that, and I'm going to try to put the carburetor on the boat. Now, it's getting a little late, I'm getting hungry, but I made some progress, and that's the main thing. And it kind of gives me a game plan for tomorrow. I think I'm going to try to get the carburetor on the boat, and then I'm going to spray some WD-40 up in the cylinders. I did check the oil, it's brand new oil. I believe whenever this thing sank, the guy took it to the marina and the boat shop, and they actually went through it a little bit. Probably changed the oil in it a few times. You know, I don't know. I think the gas tank, I'm going to have to see if I can run some stuff through it. It's probably dirty, but it does have a filter on it, so that's kind of nice. But I'm going to be taking the plugs out. I got all the wires loose here. Take the plugs out. I got some WD-40 with a little nozzle. I'm going to squirt it up in there and get that carburetor on. I don't know if it's time dried or not, and it's got two coils on it. It looks like somebody tried to put a different coil on it. Maybe the coil that was on originally probably got wet. So we're going to work on that, and we'll kind of go from there. So, there she is. Actually, this camera I'm using is a CX675 Sony. The other film, I'm going to try to change the cameras up and show you what I'm using. And we'll kind of go from there, and that way you'll see what I'm doing. Right now I'm using autofocus on this thing because I opened the door a while ago and there's some really nice deer outside, and I turned it on real fast and it was not focusing, so I put on focus, and by then the deer ran away. And one of them was a buck with a nice rack. So we'll keep going.